Hey there, it's just Bill from RockninBoston. I'm here with Endation. We're going to do an interview here. How are you doing? Who are you guys? Amy?
I'm Amy.
Penelope.
I am Matt.
Bass player,
Guitar
singer, and really fun drummer. You have I love your drumming a lot.
I have no fun with this drumming.
Yeah, you were just mentioning you. And Matt's setting up the drums really close to the guitar. She said that just a minute ago.
We used to set up right next to each other, so I think Matt just had that habit programmed in. So when we played at O'Brien's just recently, I was like really worried I was going to fall into Matt's drums. Could have made it very epic, like, yeah, I did that on purpose, yeah.
Alright, so really quickly, I want to give a shout out to Lucky Lee Jones, who lives in New York right now. He made a little pointer. He was really concerned that I'm doing AI. Well, RockninBoston doesn't do AI. This is all natural. I stutter a lot here on my stuff. I don't know what I'm saying a lot, so this is not AI. So I'm proud to say thank you, Lucky Lee Jones from Goes to Tony Gold. For those posts. So we're going to jump right into. So you guys.
How do you know we're not AI?
Yeah, how do you know?
No, maybe I'm AI.
I've been augmented. I don't know about the rest of you.
No, I did try doing a little promos with AI stuff, and it just doesn't. It just sounds gross, doesn't it? It doesn't sound natural. And my videos of me stuttering and all that crap gets more views because it's real. So.
Yeah.
So you guys have 5 albums.
Technically 6, I guess, right?
We'll say 4. We'll count the ones that are available.
So you have The Absence of Everything.
Yeah, that's the first release.
First release one, and that was selling earlier. You were doing stuff prior to that.
Doing stuff prior to that. Now we consider them demos, but we did just recordings before that.
Yeah, we had an album. It was very bare bones, recorded by a friend of ours, like literally just a few takes, very raw demo. It was a full album, but it was very much a demo. And that was in 2001 or 2000?
Yeah, you mentioned it was 2002 somewhere there.
Yeah. Well, we had a band called Zipper Girl, and it has slowly transitioned into Endation.
Oh, I was curious about did you have other names? Zipper Girl, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
We had a bass player who was a little bit more like a pop punk / grunge type band, and then we became a duo. We were Endation for a long time, and then Amy joined.
Yeah, you guys have been a duo all the way up until let me see here. Simple Needs, 2020.
Mirrors was the first single.
Mirrors was the first thing.
Released together.
Yeah,
the trio.
It's a trio.
And the Simple Needs was the second one.
So that obviously, so I've listened to your music quite a bit this week, and what I've noticed was, let me see my notes here. Your early work has every emotion on the stage, and every emotion's coming out.
Okay.
Your current work, it's actually, you now hold that emotion back and let it out. It's much more refined and defined. Just like most bands do when the sound gets much more tighter and understandable. And some bands discover their sound as they're doing that. So that's what I noticed about you guys. Your newer versions is much more defined.
I would say that with the entrance of Amy being in the band, I have a lot more room to be a little bit more melodic.
Yeah, you have more play on. She can do the other side of the guitar, and
exactly.
You're not doing the whole.
That low end means that back when we played as a duo, I played through a bass amp and a guitar amp to kind of carry the weight of having a low end there. It was a lot more sparse because it had to be sparse. I also only played 4 strings on my guitar. I took the other 2 off, just to make it more simple for me to play. And it's just that's how we evolved to play together. But having a bass player in the band means I guess I have to have all 6 strings now, and that opens up a lot more possibilities for me to play a little bit more melodically. I feel like over the years, and since having Amy in the band, I haven't improved much, but I've improved a lot more on guitar. I think I wasn't really trying to play anything fancy before, and now I kind of oh crap, I actually have to play my instrument now, which allows me to be more melodic with my singing voice as well.
Yeah, that's excellent. All right, I want to do a fun thing right now. I want Amy to describe Matt. Who is Matt?
Who is this guy?
Wow, he's a very animated and charismatic drummer.
Charismatic drummer.
Just the way he drums is like has lots of different layers going on and textures.
Now, working as a person, as a musician, what kind of person is he?
On the contrary, he's very chill and laid back. Possibly on the quieter side, but very fun to work with. He loves his dog a lot.
Yes.
His dog.
The big thing about you is your dogs, which I love that so
The
much.
dog is the fourth member of the band.
Yes.
We rehearse in my house, so Zeke is always there.
I met Zeke, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Zeke hides in the corner.
Now, it's your job. Who is Amy?
Well, Amy's
Explain Amy.
virtuoso, really. Amy's been in a couple of other bands, and I've seen the other bands she's been in, and really she's the whole reason this group got back together. Matt and her were in a different band, and I guess, I'm not sure who it was, Amy or Matt, suggested, hey, let's jam at Matt's house. And I don't know if Matt suggested it or Amy suggested it, but one of them said, hey, I know somebody who plays guitar and sings, and that's basically the rebirth of this, we'll say third iteration of Endation, because we had the up to 2004 iteration. Matt and I both moved away, and then in 2010, second iteration, the Rumble iteration, where it was just him and I playing a lot of shows, mostly locally in like Somerville, Cambridge, Boston, and then third, when Amy came back, I came into the fold. I was just a little actually surprised because I wasn't expecting to be back in a band. I was doing my own solo projects and minding my own business, and then I get a message from Matt being like, hey, I've been jamming with this bass player, and then I show up at rehearsal and she's already learned all the songs. I'm like, okay, that makes, I guess we're Endation again, because you've already learned all the songs.
So basically, it sounds like you just fell back into it.
Yeah, we had to listen to some old recordings to kind of be like, how did I play that? Oh, that song. Oh, should we play that? Kind of like going through a laundry list of material. All the while, we had written pretty quickly 3 songs, pretty immediately once we formed as a band again. Those are the 3 singles we released already: Mirrors, Simple Beats, etc. Those came out already. They're already out on Bandcamp. We never made any physical copies of them. We just treated them as singles. You can buy them online, Endation.com, and to kind of like see if we can get some capital to build towards making a full length. And we worked with a guy named Joe Milia. He engineered the album at Matt's house with fantastic equipment, and he brought basically everything there. And but as far as Amy and I have become very fast friends, and
I've noticed that.
We tend to accidentally dress the same every time.
Without even
not coordinated.
Not even
That's totally understandable. I've had really great friends. We wear the same sneakers. About planning, it's embarrassing sometimes, especially as guys. Girls is okay, but you guys look like you're a team.
Yeah. Well, Matt is the only one that doesn't wear the uniform, but he's wearing black today, so we're gonna.
No fishnets for Matt yet.
For Matt.
I just noticed something on Matt. He's got a gummy.
Yeah, Gumby.
Gumby.
True.
Oh.
The Thurman.
How old is that?
So your first one?
I got it. No, the second tattoo. I got it when I was about 20.
Okay.
So 25 years ago.
That's fantastic. I just noticed that. I feel embarrassed.
You should show him the Thurman on the other side.
Oh my God! You got a theremin on your.
Yeah, all these tattoos are from between the year like 2000 and 2001, basically.
Yeah, I was present for all of them.
You were present.
Not present. Like,
you were in that time.
I was just in your life.
Okay. I get it. Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Excellent.
Reluctantly.
So you grew up in Dorchester.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I'm always fascinated. We have a great music community called the Boston Music Scene, and it's so big where it goes back literally decades, and we're all part of it. and everyone has their own story getting into it. And your story is kind of like mine, only I didn't have to sneak into the clubs.
Yeah, I started going to clubs with my older brother in 1989. They used to have a showcase on Sundays at the Rat, and it was an all ages showcase. So you would see literally Showcase Showdown or H2O or Slapshot or any random hardcore, Gangrene, stuff like that.
Yeah, I've noticed you like bands like Cherry 2000 and Roadsaw. I'm surprised we didn't hang out. Because Roadsaw, Cherry 2000, and 8 Ball Shifter.
Yeah.
I went to a lot of those shows, so here's another example. We knew each other, we didn't know each other, and years later, now we're friends.
That's true.
And we went to the same clubs.
Yeah, Dorchester is not the same as it was when I grew up.
No, definitely not.
But I haven't been back since my parents left, so anything could have happened there since I've been gone. But yeah, I called it my hometown, even though I wasn't born there. I was born in Dorchester, but I was like a little kid in Quincy, and then moved to Dorchester when I was a little kid.
Sounds like me. I was born in New Hampshire, but spent most of my life in Massachusetts.
Matt's not from Massachusetts.
From New Jersey.
I'm born and raised in Massville, so.
Yeah, Matt's from was it Lawrenceville, New Jersey?
That's where I grew up, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
What's it like growing up in that town?
What's it like? I mean, I enjoyed it. It's really a suburb, you know. It's kind of it's between Princeton, which is really, really kind of upscale, and then Trenton, which is the capital, which it's like, and it's kind of right in the middle. It's a little bit of both, and it's a good place. I mean, I was able to go to New York and Philadelphia,
and then you actually came to Boston to go to school in Berkeley. Was that your first choice?
It was my only place I applied to, and I got to Berkeley, and then I went there for the summer program before I was, senior in high school, and liked it, and I was like, I think I'm gonna.
Is that how we
pursue drums?
Summer program?
No. That was when I was really young. No, it was after that. And then basically I started going to Berkeley. I wasn't that happy, and I was like very, very close to packing up and leaving. And then I kind of I think I'd actually decided, like I told my parents, I don't like this place, I'm not doing it. And then I kind of made a last second change. I was like, you know what? I think I should stay here, because if I go back to New Jersey, I'm not gonna. And I think I should start trying to find people to play with. So then I stayed, but instead of I was concentrating on school a little. I started answering every flyer I saw that was like looking for a drummer that seemed kind of interesting to me. And then one of them ended up being people named Chris and Matt, who are friends of ours, who both of us answered the same flyer. Yep. We ended up meeting each other through that, and that was in the year like 2000. So
So that's the
basically been playing on and off for like 26 years now or so.
That's interesting how you say that. I've heard that a lot. Where like one of my favorite stories is that song "Sweet Dreams."
By the Eurythmics?
By the Eurythmics. Do you know the story about that? It's one of
I know that they were basically broken, homeless, and it was like a last.
She was basically, I'm done, packing up my stuff, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And as she's packing up her stuff, I always forget his name. He's a genius. Yeah, he's a genius. He's sitting there just playing with his like sound, the drum machine, and she's like, "Hey, I like that."
Yeah.
And she was thinking about her world going on, and she's like, "Sweet dreams are made of this." Now it has much more depth, and that's the reason why she stuck around. And now look who she is now. She's one of my favorite musicians in Boston. One of my favorite singers.
Yeah,
outstanding. Her voice is fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
Scottish.
So, anyhow, we haven't talked about Amy yet.
Where are you from, Amy?
Well, when I first started talking about you in your musicianship, I thought you were a bass player for a long time, but then you're kind of new being a bass player.
Relatively.
Relatively.
Yeah, I had been playing piano and keys for a long time. And then in 2014, I joined Girls Rock Camp Boston. It's now called Boston Raising Powerful Musicians. And that's where I joined that on keys, but my main goal was to join a band, any band at all, like, because I wanted to play music with people. And I really wanted to just play piano or sing. So I ended up joining a band called Madame Bruja. So I was playing keys with them for like a few years, I want to say 5 years, and we released a few songs. And then COVID happened, so unfortunately the band kind of went its separate ways. But during COVID, because of all the free time and I didn't have to go into the office, I had so much free time that I started learning how to play bass. The first way I learned how to play bass was on this video game called Rocksmith on the PlayStation. So, and it wasn't meant to be like a serious endeavor at first, but then I was like, this is actually fun and it's coming naturally to me. So then I just spent like thousands of hours playing Rocksmith, and then I started doing like different lessons online, and then eventually I took lessons from a few different people. I want to say I took about 5 in-person lessons, not that many, but enough to kind of steer me in a direction that was more productive to what I was trying to do. So one of the first bands I joined in Boston was Crowfellow.
Yes.
And then Linnaeus Garden, and then after that, a few other bands. And here I am now.
You're currently in the Daylilies as well.
I'm in the Daylilies currently.
Yeah, I'm used to talking to musicians and playing an instrument for a very long time, and you haven't.
So I've been playing bass since 2018. Though at this point.
So considering you're very good for someone who started later on, you are.
I think it was all the thousands of hours of practice during COVID. If it wasn't for COVID, who knows if I would have even.
Yeah, your bass lines, and I was watching you during your set a couple weeks ago during the Daylilies. They're not easy. They're complicated.
It's a bit complicated.
Not the song that song I ever liked. Said one.
Well, the bass player before me from the Daylilies, very good, Matt. Clinton,
yes.
One of my favorite bass players in town, and so that has been an interesting learning lesson to learn some of his lines.
I found it because he was the very first bass player I ever shot as a rock photographer as a bass player.
He's very good.
Yeah, so that was Mitchell Thrush when I came back from the Corps, and I love Mitchell Thrush. Never didn't know what Valerie Vergoni looked like at all, but her voice sounded like an angel. I know it sounds cliche, and I love listening to the album Silt. And when I finally met them, that's when I started. That was my very first time like doing what I'm doing here, and I find it's a trip that you're learning off of what he is. So
yeah, that's her bass player now. She's very sweet.
No, she's very sweet.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Yeah, I'm very blessed to be with very learned, skilled musicians. I am not a very learned or skilled at anything. I don't even call myself.
Please, you're very good.
I don't even call myself a musician. I call myself a songwriter. I've had many arguments with people like, "Well, there's no difference." There's a big difference. I can write songs easy. I pride myself on being able to write songs very easily, but I can barely play my instrument.
Well, that's not really true.
That's not. We all know that's not true.
I'm sorry. I find that.
Finger.
We all know that's not true. But
I find that.
I'd say yourself a songwriter, but
You and Matt are coming from different backgrounds.
yeah.
Yes and no. I mean,
Well, when it comes to, like,
music backgrounds, no, but different.
yeah, I mean, the thing about me is, I don't like. Yeah, I've studied drumming and things like that, but I try not to play like that. I try not to play in a very studied way. I try to, put more
Yeah, we all have
passion
our own
and
parts.
energy into playing rather than.
And everyone has their own way of actually creating the music. Like some people, I can't read music, but I definitely play.
I
I can definitely write, but other people can read. It's all.
I know how to read music, so when I first started playing bass and when I first started playing piano or keys in bands, it was a learning experience to not rely on looking at a page. No one in rock bands reads music while they're on stage, and I was like, I'm not allowed to transcribe this
in your own time, I guess you could. And then, I guess you could practice.
That's been a learning curve to not read music. I'm okay at reading music on the bass, but it comes in handy sometimes and not other times.
Music on a page, music just looks like a bunch of ants crawling around. I don't understand.
It is. It really.
We do have to wrap up soon.
Yes, we're wrapping up soon. So basically, the next thing the last thing I want to say is like, what's your next direction here? You got show. You have a couple shows coming up,
Yeah,
but
2 in July. I'll let Matt or Amy chime in.
July 11th, East Hampton, Mass. at Thick, and then July 31st
In New Hampshire somewhere.
at
Dover, New Hampshire.
Dover, New Hampshire, Auspicious Brew, with some New Hampshire bands. We were very excited about both of those, so you should come out if you're in those areas.
Trying to get
Really
some more
good.
probiotics.
There.
I guess I gotta
Yeah.
go to New Hampshire to get
Come to
that.
New Hampshire to get your
So yeah, it's actually
probiotics.
exciting because we haven't been to either of those places before.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the Stone Church in a long time, and it's always a great place.
Yeah.
So-
I've been
Well, it's
to,
not church. It's
Thick?
Auspicious.
Oh, Auspicious.
Oh, okay, all
They
right.
were playing in Dover. I have played there, but not with Endation. So it's
I'm
my
looking
first
forward to
time
the
going there.
kombucha.
Yeah.
Matt says there's kombucha there.
It's
so
a kombucha brewery. They brew it there. It's
Nice.
really good.
it's gonna smell like vinegar everywhere you go.
All right, so one more thing. I just guys want to look at the camera, get closer, and I want to say, hey, we are Endation, and you are rocking in Boston. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, we are Endation, and you are rocking in Boston.
Excellent.